7 of the evening. This fight brought to you by the Champions Gym and Origins Fight Series. Fight by 2-minute round, full fight rules. This is a 62-kilogram super fight. Your referee in charge of this contest, Mr. Mark Simpson. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, trained by Tony Fisher out of Westside Kickboxing with an official weight of 62.1 kilograms, wearing the black and red Westside Kickboxing shorts. A fight record, 12 fights, 7 wins. Fighting out of O'Connor, he is a WKN and WKA Perth champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Fireball Firth. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, trainer Mark Selden, out of Selden's Gym, and a fish weight of 61.8 kilograms, wearing the fluoro pink shorts. A fight record of 21 fights, 15 wins, 5 coming by way of knockout. Representing the 6066, he is the ISKA, WMC, and WPNF state champion. He is also the 156-pound Bangla Stadium champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex
As we seal the ring of this one, we're looking at the in the corner of Jeremy Fireball Firth, and talking about fireballs. Can you explain the red or the fireball wig on his trainer?
I actually think the red wig was there to somewhat point out the red hair of his opponent and get in the mind of him. Is this a good point to actually point out the fact that I used to train Jeremy's trainer, and I also used to train Jeremy myself as well. Needless to say, I never quite employed the wig tactics that are going on at the moment.
Well, it's funny, we've always explained to our viewers the boxers or the fighters tonight are basically wearing very similar shorts all through the night, but pretty easy to distinguish tonight with Amoroso wearing the pink trunks. But I think we'll continue on saying that Fireball Firth will be wearing the blue gloves and Amoroso the red gloves, but he also wearing those beautiful pink trunks.
Hey, look, it takes a tough man to wear pink as he stamps a couple of
Mayweather's
times.
worn pink shorts and pink gloves before, and he's never lost.
I think the couple of stamps in the corner there by Amoroso was probably somewhat directed towards Jerry's trainer for the red-haired jibe just before.
Oh, I don't think it's going to make a difference when we get in there. I think it's going to be a very good fight. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. Again, Mark Simpson, or Simo as he likes to be known, as the referee. He's making his first appearance as referee at Origins 8.
So tactically, this is going to be really interesting because Amoroso, he's actually had a couple of close decision losses, which were really quite controversial at times, to aggressive front foot fighters. Firth is an aggressive front foot fighter. Ironically, Firth has had a couple of close decision losses just of late to lanky counter fighters. Amoroso is exactly that. So to see what happens tonight is going to be really interesting, and to see whether each of them have altered their tactics from their last couple of fights to somewhat adapt to their recent losses.
It looks like what you're saying is someone's going to lose a close decision.
Yes. But that's what we like to see, close decisions all the way.
Yeah, again, I'm all for that as long as the right fighter wins the fight. Again, we've had fair decisions all throughout tonight at Origins 8. The only sort of black mark, if you want to call it that, is one of the fights that they scored for a split decision when it was clear 2 rounds to 1 in favour of one fighter. We're just happy that the right winner was declared.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what a fantastic night so far. We're all pumped at Origins 8, and we're still looking forward to the main event. Daniel "The Rock" Dawson taking on the gunslinger John Wayne Parr, the legend. We can't believe where we're seeing it in Perth, WA. We're looking forward to this fight. This is a trilogy fight, one apiece, and we can't wait.
We're just pinching ourselves, really. Just we're not going to see a fight like this in WA again for some time.
This card Origin Fight Promotions from Morn Marti. Great card, great night. The card hasn't disappointed. We're having a blast, and we're happy that we've got the message that everyone can hear us. So hello to everyone. I'm Brett Benetti, joined a ringside by Brett Dunn, and we're having a ball. We've got the best seats in the house. We hope you're enjoying the call. We're trying to have a bit of fun as well while they're sealing the ring for this big one between Jeremy Fireball Firth taking on Alex Amoroso. Still wanting that pizza now after making us wait with his ring entrance. So thanks for making us hungry, Alex. This man has sealed the ring and taken a long hand. Simo, he's like a Joe Cortez like, I'm fair, but I'm first. It's like the big jammer referees. He is.
You don't get many better than Simo.
Ready to rock. Last instructions. I called a West Side kickboxing so they just say West Side.
Trainer Tony Fisher has been known to make that symbol a couple of times.
Again, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. First fighting out of West Side kickboxing, as was mentioned, and Amoroso out of Seldy Thai boxing. Turn off the rap music, we are ready to go. Amoroso, red gloves. Firth, blue gloves. Just didn't want to say pink trunks again. Nice kick there by Firth. Inside leg kick again by Firth.
Keeping a very nice high guard.
Come on, Jeremy! Amoroso so far missing the early days. Nice body kick there, was a bit low.
Might have caught the side of the box. It didn't look low. Maybe the
Not saying it didn't catch.
maybe the upper part of the shin might have just tapped the box there. What's interesting is this is probably it's definitely a slower start from Firth. There's a little bit more feeling out the start, and I think this is very much a deliberate tactic, not to go in all guns blazing, because Amoroso, even in his pre-fight interview, did say that aggressiveness of Firth was something he planned to take advantage of with a bit of grappling and elbows.
They're waiting for Amoroso to recover. Simo, they're watching, and then we're back on. Seeing well early is Firth. He's having more success early in round 1, except for that low blow. You call that success?
Firth working that front leg.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Staying at distance and making Amoroso miss while Firth is landing. That's the story so far, midway through round number 1.
Which is a fair effort given Amoroso's very obvious height advantage.
It reminded me of the Karate Kid, that one, in the final fight. Catch the leg on the ground. Taking that with a nice body shot. Knee to the body. This is where the exchange happens. Firth trying to work his way inside.
Firth generally very good at slipping out of the grapple and throwing the right hand. It'll be interesting to see how he goes there, because Amoroso certainly scoring a few good knees.
He's got a good clinch going there.
And this will be part of the tactic, Amoroso, I would say. Firth being the shorter fighter, he's going to try and press down on him and then throw a few elbows in when he can.
Just waiting for Simo to separate them, and that's exactly what he does. In the last 10 seconds of round number 1.
Step up knee there.
Bit of a stalemate, that exchange, although Amoroso did come back into it in the later parts of round number 1, but I feel that Firth took that first round.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those line ball calls, because a lot of the time the judges see what happens in the second half of the round more than the first.
What they remember the last, so that's probably why you come up with different decisions.
Exactly right.
Yeah, Amoroso did come on stronger than probably the last 45 seconds of round number 1.
And those couple of the step-up knees in there as well, the solid tie techniques. Now they're the things that score highly.
Big shout out to Anya, our ring girl, professional hot chick. Also, Anya and Klein Melissa will probably see if it goes till round 3. I think it will.
I think we're in for 5 rounds of action here.
Seconds down.
Both guys look in tremendous shape, great condition. Right, so, hey, the first time tonight we saw the red corner on a stool.
There is one. What is this?
Amoroso landing a kick early. Different story to round 1 and nice counters there by Firth.
Here comes those hands from Firth. It'll be interesting to see whether he starts to let go with them a little bit more this round. Amoroso certainly looking to assert that dominance early.
Looks a bit looser to start off. Nice elbow there.
He's cut it up, but the momentum certainly sent Firth back. Oh, Firth a little bit off balance.
Amoroso looks really loosened up now and he's getting back into this one. Very nice work.
It's funny, it didn't seem like that elbow got through, but this seemed to hurt Firth a little bit. Now he's taken down.
Definitely shook him and Amoroso looking the goods early in round 2. So, similar story to the end of round 1 here with Amoroso getting that clinch on Firth and having success with some knees.
Yeah, Amoroso is definitely going to be the stronger grappler here. I think he's certainly going to capitalise on that.
Have a bit of a dance and they're tied up in the rope as Simo tries to separate them and does so. Nice there by Amoroso. He's definitely loosened up. He's starting to take over.
He certainly has. I think this is where Jerry's going to go back to his what he's really comfortable with. He's going to start letting those hands go. But he's going to have to start doing it before he lets this round go.
What I liked by the first part of round number 1 is his movement, and he was landing and making Amoroso miss. He was keeping distance, but now when it's gone to the clinch, I think that's where Amoroso's plan probably feels more comfortable in the clinch. And this is where Firth wants to fight a bit of distance, but Amoroso trying to close that distance.
Mark Selden certainly said that,
and now it's Firth that is missing up his shots. Yeah. Nice kick there by Amoroso to end up round number 2.
You'll see Amoroso moving forward with his shots a little bit more to make sure he doesn't miss. Mark Selden in his corner was probably very clear that he was to do that this round.
Clear round for Amoroso for me.
A very clear round, Amoroso. First round still up for grabs.
Melissa in the ring, don't worry, I'll get it away to you, Brett, before the end of the night. Lovely ring card girl tonight. Anya.
So Mark Selden over there, Alex Amoroso's coach, also the coach of the Australian amateur team.
Again, we've got red corner's taking the stool for this fight and blue corner's taking the feet. So maybe they stole the stool, but they painted it red. So there is one. Round 3. Nice start here by Firth, going back to what he lands as well. He's come up really strong in round 3.
Tony Fisher's just told him, open up now.
That's the success he was having in round 1. He's gone back to that very early on.
Amoroso just...
The key for Amoroso is to close the distance, and Firth needs to keep the distance.
Amoroso stepping in with some sharp elbows there.
This is Amoroso's world.
That's it. Jerry wants to circle off there. Get out of that corner, get off the ropes. Good strong punches coming in.
A lot of punches thrown with no success there, but now it's a nice catch and sweep the leg by Amoroso. Nice work there by Amoroso. Looking the pressure of the two at this stage. It was a good start to the round by Firth, but Amoroso working his way back into it.
Amoroso certainly looking the more comfortable of the two at the moment.
He looks fresher, doesn't he? It looks like he's guessing a little bit.
He's pulling in a bit of wind at the moment. Bit of a smile there though. And needs to get on that front foot.
Nice punch there by Perth. Nice elbow.
He needs to ensure he does get back in the corner. As soon as he's on the corner in the ropes, Amoroso's going to take advantage of that grapple game. Perth's going to move around to that outer angle and throw that right hand.
Downward elbow by Amoroso, and the crowd sort of felt that one. It was coming to a close to round number 3. Perth trying to finish the round strong, but again, started off this round very good, but Amoroso just took over probably from 32nd point of that round.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think he would have taken that round as well. He just seemed to have more in his arsenal that he was hitting Perth with.
Schedule 5, Origins 8, Johnny Parr versus The Rock, Daniel Dawson. Still to come, ladies and gentlemen. Jacob Aslan takes on the monster Milan Parsad in your co-main event of the evening. Origins 8, live right here in Perth.
It was a baseline.
Looking at the leg of Fireball further, he's definitely red, but both fighters got the eyes on. I take the punishment. I think that Amoroso's kicks are more powerful this stage than Perth, and that's probably where he's taking over.
He's got one of those frames that winds up like a curtain rod.
Yeah.
Tony Fisher's just said to Perth now, just forward. It's all about aggression now. Go to what you know. Stop trying to predict what Amoroso is going to do and just do what you're going to do.
Amoroso looks the pressure and more comfortable of the two. He goes into the 4th round.
The thing is with that game plan, this is the game plan that Amoroso's most likely been training for and is expecting.
Further been taking punishment on that lead leg. Spinning back fist there. Partly blocked.
Amoroso's been busier in this fight than he has in other fights because, again, he's had a couple of judges' decisions go against him.
He paced himself better for this one?
Yeah, no, he doesn't want to leave anything for chance now. So he's certainly been more busy than his other fights.
He described it beautifully earlier. Someone might lose a close decision. Again, which one is it going to be? Nice elusiveness there by Amoroso.
He's certainly using that reach to his advantage now. He's found his range.
This is where Perth was going to have success, but again, Amoroso sort of take out of both elements.
He seems to have worked him out.
Nice punch there thrown by Perth, and as Amoroso shakes it off, saying, yeah, you might have got me, but it didn't hurt me. When they shake their heads, it usually means they got through.
Exactly.
Tried a Superman elbow. Nice spinning back fist there by Amoroso.
Tony Fisher yelling at his charger to go, wants him to go forward. Perth is not a back foot fighter. He needs to get on that front foot, needs to get off those ropes. Take the fight to Amoroso. Oh, there we go. Connects around the left there.
Close around, but again, I still think it's Amoroso showing a bit more success. Nice way to finish the round.
Round number 4.
Close around, but still having Amoroso.
Yeah, Amoroso would have taken that one. But I'm not a judge. I'm a good one, but not for this one. I think we're going to see a very fast-paced last round. We know that Perth needs to come out firing. Tony Fisher will be telling him right now, you need to come out and you need to unload. Do what you do. It's going to be forgetting about scoring points because points isn't going to win it for him here. It's going to have to be knocking him down and or really knocking him out.
A message from both fighters. Don't lose another close fight. Beat got them as well to it. This is a fifth and final round.
Both fighters touch gloves. This is the 5th and final round.
Love the respect shown by both fighters. They've been in a war. Now let's see who's got the most in this 5th and final round.
Right. Avoiding the sweep that time, thankfully. Amoroso switching with his stance a little bit, just to, again to unnerve Jeremy and not give him the confidence to come forward. Accidental groin strike. Yep.
Second one of the fight, one in the first and one in the last. But it's probably better for third because, again, Amoroso looks the pressure of the two, and this is probably a good rest for third to sort of say, keep him up, but this is a rest factor. Take advantage of the situation, try and finish the fifth round strong.
You'd certainly say it's not a tactic, but yeah, a positive comes out of it.
Yeah, for him. Not for Amoroso. No, instead he's taken the breather and gone on with the attack.
There we go, there's those punches. He wants to work Amoroso into the corner and then start throwing.
Amoroso needs to do what he's doing in Bilbao, to close the distance and get in the clinch. The tight clinch he's been having on, especially the end of the first and the dip in the second, and partly the third, was having big success for him. But now, a lot of the fourth and fifth is being fought at distance. Oh, nice head kick there by Amoroso.
Firth with a little bit of blood coming down from his forehead too. Going between his eyes at the moment, so it's not obstructing his vision.
It might have been one of those downward elbows.
Yeah, I would say so.
Look at Brian Amoroso wants to finish on strong. He's got his quite a track in the corner. He's down.
Kick on the way down. Not sure Firth is happy with that.
I think he was on his way. I don't complain about that call again. I think he was going down before the kick, but he's got to be careful not to land it.
The rule is when your hand's touching the canvas, you're down, so you're not supposed to be struck.
He's lucky that he got struck when he was down, but I agree with the knockdown, but not the kick. Rush of blood. I think that might have just stolen the decision there for Amoroso for sure. We had him ahead in the scorecards anyway, but that just made certain of it.
Yeah, no, this is definitely Amoroso's fight, and Firth is just surviving.
Ladies and gentlemen, another 5-round war.
Firth not happy with that knockdown, but again, I think he was going down from a punch, but the kick afterwards was the contentious point, and I think he landed it while he was down in. Similar as disqualified fighters before for stuff like that, so maybe it was Rush of blood, and maybe he saw it happening while he was going down, but blind ball.
It's certainly a legitimate knockdown, and look, you know what? Sometimes you'll see fighters can time it. They'll knock them down, and on their way down, before their hand touches the canvas, they'll still be able to collect them with a kick on the way down. So that's almost a skill and an art in itself.
I'm glad the right call was given to the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure Amoroso's not a malicious fighter. Again, it was a rush of blood.
Yeah, that sealed the deal. If there was any thought, again, we had Amoroso up, but if there was any doubt, that was basically it with that 10-8 final round.
Oh, look, Firth just wasn't able to get going tonight. I think that's the main thing. He didn't fight his fight. He fought Amoroso's fight, which certainly played to Amoroso's strengths.
Amoroso got stronger as the fight went on. He looked more comfortable, looked more fresh.
Yeah.
Good fight, though.
Good fight, and both very good fighters.
Simo having a words on Amoroso, so you might be lucky, just watch it in future, but it's too late now, the fight's over.
Yeah.
Wow. John DeMcCall. He's got the judges. We're going to call the prize centre ring. Let's send it up to Mr. DeMcCall and make this one official while we enjoy a beverage.
We have gone to the judges' scorecards. We have a unanimous point decision. Declaring a winner, red corner, Alex Amoroso.
I think what's happening here is Alex Amoroso declared the winner, but just sort of explaining to the guys in the corner to Firth and say, look, didn't mean that last kick, but Not having a word to him there.
No, look,
No worries.
Yeah,
They're
no
happy.
worries, yeah.
Great respect by both teams.
And look, these are very respectful camps, very respectful trainers. So I'm sure there's certainly no bad blood at all. It was just an accident, and we all move on. It happens in the fight game.
That was a great way to handle it from both corners. So well done. Hats off to both guys. Great fight, right decision, and right outcome. And still having a word to Simo in the corner say, hey, was it a knockdown or not? But again, I don't think it would have made a difference for the decision anyway.
No, that's the best thing about this sport. People can throw down, leave everything in the ring, and they're all smiles and high fives after to their opponents.